Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Ted Davies Artistry Talks Timepieces, and it is an awesome day right now. We've got a lot of things happening in the Davies household right now. We had a tough last week, but we are back, and everybody's healthy, and things are good. And I want to talk to you today about the Casio Duro Blue, which we nicknamed the BLURO. The Casio series, Marlin series, has been such a huge thing for Casio, but the diver's watch itself, I use quite often. They're just such a value to be had, and I really think that you guys are going to enjoy learning a little bit more about the blue dial version of what I've already done on the YouTube channel a little bit earlier. And we'll get back to that in a second. But first, let's talk about my sponsor, Indian River Roasting Company. I have espresso in the coffee cup today. So let's enjoy some caffeine and hit this promo. Here at Ted Davies Artistry, we take coffee seriously. And so does our sponsor, Indian River Roasting Company. It's fair trade, organic, and they're artisans just like me. The only difference is I use watercolor and ink and they use coffee beans. And I enjoy it all through my day. So do yourself a favor, go to the description when you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Find Indian River Roasting Company's website. Use the promo code CAFFEINATED2021 and save 10% on your purchase. So use the promo code CAFFEINATED2021, save 10% on your purchase once you find the website in the description, Indian River Roasting Company, and check it out. Let's get caffeinated together. I want to tell you about Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I'm affiliated with them, and we are a group of creatives that help creatives, and that's pretty much the whole idea of it. All one tide raises all ships. And when we were asked to join this affiliation, I think that it was right. It was the right time, and I think that we need that more in today's world. The group of people that I'm affiliated with all have YouTube channels. There's 7 days a week, education, entertainment, and check it all out because they've got such a diverse group of people, and I think that's the power in this. And I really think you should take a snapshot of that and just check out everything that we're doing. I know later today is Thursdays are kind of a jam-packed day. We start out with TED Talks Timepieces, and then later in the day, as the day moves on, I don't know if I've got the 5 o'clock show on here or not, but I know Teresa Dunn does have a show that's coming up. And then a really out of the park, I think, show is going to be a Comic Book Spectrum with Brian K. Morris and his crew, and they do such an awesome job reviewing comics that are not just the big two or big three. They actually go through the indie comics as well, and it's what's available today. It's awesome, and it's really just a very entertaining, very thought provoking, and very thoughtful show. So I do recommend you guys checking that out. That's Comic Book Spectrum. And then we have Creative as Hale tonight with Amy Hale and her husband John. Awesome interview show. And then we also have to finish out the night, if I'm not mistaken, is Stupid O'Clock at 9 o'clock. So please check them all out. Check out everything that we're doing on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And we'd love to have you to be part of this. So, okay. Since I didn't introduce myself today, I'm Ted Davies. And I am an artist, author, and a collector of a lot of very odd things, from old books, antiquated books, comic books, and timepieces, affordable timepieces, well-made timepieces. And that's one of the reasons why I had this show. They were kind enough to let me broadcast my thoughts and my reviews on some of my collection and some other ones that are other watches that are available in the marketplace. And that's what I'm doing today. So one of the biggest things about Casio is Casio's been kind of, good morning, Carl. Casio's been in my life since I was a little boy, from calculators to synthesizers, keyboards. And I've said this in other things about Casio. It's one of my favorite watches because of the value that they offer. There's so many things you can do with Casio watches. They've the full gamut. But today what we're going to talk about is the divers. The the biggest thing about the Duro, the Casio Duro, like this, like the black one I have here, the black face one that I've got here, is the the affordability and what you can do with the watch. It's a 200-meter diver watch, and it might not mean a whole lot to people that are not enthusiasts, but when you're living on a lake and you've got, you're going, 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 you don't have to worry about this being in the water. You don't have to worry about it, washing dishes or anything. You don't have to worry about any of that because of the screw down crown that it has. And I'm going to show you the blue dial one in here in a second, but the thing about these watches is the affordability. Today I checked out. I don't have it on screen right now, but today I checked out. I think it was under $60 on Amazon as of today of the live recording. And to give you an idea on a dive watch, I know some dive watches cost thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Some of them. Now, again, this is a price point, but I think that when you're looking at um, dollars and durability and everything else, these are an affordable. Um, they check off a lot of boxes for me for what happens in my life and how active we are in that. It's just such a great watch. So, with no further ado, let me bring in the Casio Duro, the BLURO, excuse me. Now, one thing about I'm going to go to the larger screen here. One thing about this watch, I'm going to go through the basics of it. You can see that it's a handsome watch to begin with. I did change the band. What I usually do when I buy these watches is I will go and I will find usually Barton silicone bands are the ones that I like. Pretty affordable. They're about 16 bucks. This is a 22 mil from inside lug to inside lug. They sport a 46-inch or 46 mil case, which is a little bit large. I've got a 6.5-inch wrist, so it's a little bit large on me, but it's very comfortable. It's a not a heavy watch, but it's a sizable watch, and it's a watch that people you'll know it's on. It feels quality. It doesn't feel like it's a cheapie, and that's one thing that I really like about this. It's stainless steel, which in this price point is crazy. Under $100, having a watch like this with all the capabilities that it has, a date, a bezel, unidirection bezel that's solid. It works so well. You can time with this. The loom, everything on this watch is so well done. The case, the screw down case screw down crown is just awesome. It works really well. It's got just a lot of it feels secure, so you're not worried about it in the water. They also, one of the things that they've done is they have I don't know if you can see that or not, but the sunburst effect. It is awesome on these watches. I'll show you the black one here that I've got too. The sunburst on this is just, I think it's one of the most handsome watches I own. You wouldn't expect it to be a $60 watch, and that's really what I really like about these. Let me put it side by side with the black dial, and you can see the sunburst effect on this. They do such a good job for the money. I really don't know how they make any money on these. Um, it's an entry level diver. It is not ISO certified, which is that's an instruction certification that you have for divers. But I don't think it needs to be honest with you. They do just the case finishing on it is just beautiful. Uh, I'm just every time I look at this watch, I bought my son one of these. They're just that's how much I like them. And I'm not gonna buy. Anybody knows me. I buy things that are very cost effective but not cheap. If they're not made well, then I don't waste the money on it. You'll notice on the black dial, it's the second hand is in red, which I think is pretty sharp. I wish they would have done that to give it a little bit more flair with or flavor with the blue dial. But neither here nor there. You can always change that out if you're so inclined. One of the things about this watch too is it has a mineral crystal. It does not have a sapphire crystal, so these are prone to scratch. You can get an upgrade. You can, if you're, like I said, so inclined to install one, you can get a sapphire crystal on these, which my only concern is that when you do it, it might falter the 200-meter dive depth rating on it because I don't know how it would seal, not being from the factory. That would be my only thing. A little bit of poly watch can take the scratches off the mineral, and that's what I usually use anyway. But and this one also, the black one, is on a Barton band as well. I did a review on this one early on, a few months ago on my YouTube channel. You can check that one out too. Please do. Uh, I would love for you to check that out and give some comments back on that one. The case back is really remarkable. What they've done, to give you an idea, I'll bring that up just a little bit here. If you can see it or not with the reflection, sorry about that. There's a marlin on the back as well. The nickname to this watch is the marlin. If you'll notice on the faces of these watches, there's a small fish on the bottom there, about the 6 hand, right above the WR200, the water resistance of 200 meters. The marlin, to have that insignia is not something that is taken lightly in the watch world. You have to meet certain standards, and a marlin is, when you see a marlin on the face is one thing, but when it's on the case back as well, I just think that's the coolest. It's etched in there. They really did a nice job in the fit and finish of this. And, I'm not trying to fanboy all over Casio, but this is such a cool, just the way they finish the watch. It's just such a cool thing. It's a quartz. It takes one battery. So if it goes, if the battery goes, they're easy to replace. You can take it to a shop, have them fix it, or you can do it. You will need a tool for the back to remove the case back. They're not very much. I think they're $5 on Amazon. Pretty easy. There is a gasket there you want to be careful with in the back, obviously to seal it back correctly. But as far as the whole concept of the watch itself, it is just awesome. They really hit it out of the park. The blue, I think the blue dial really is one of the best looking watches. Like I said, the Sunburst, for the money, I can't get over it. And I've got some expensive watches. I mean, I would tell you if it looked cheap to me or if it didn't, it just it didn't feel right or whatever. It's just a really well-made watch. And for $60, I mean, and it's the waterproof, everything on it, the water resistance, everything on it. And it's a pretty much, you can carry it. You wake up in the morning, grab it and go. You don't have to worry about it being, something you have to set every day, or you might have to reset the date depending on what month it is. But all in all, it's just such a great watch. Now, one thing that they did do this year is they're bringing out a new Duro. And these ones, I don't know if they're going to be making the old ones still, but they're removing the marlin. They ran out of the copyright. I guess the copyright didn't extend. I don't know what exactly happened there internally, but so they are not going to have the marlin on the new ones. They also changed. They've got a couple options with the bezels now. They have what they call a Batman bezel, which is they've got the black dial with a blue and I think it's a black bezel, which is pretty sharp looking. You guys can check it out on Amazon for the new ones. And I would just type in 2021 Casio Duro and see what comes up, see what the new ones are like. I don't think they released them yet. I think this summer or maybe this May, they're bringing them out. I'm not sure though. You have to check that out. But for the money, for everything that is offered in this, I think I will state it. It is the best entry-level diver watch, 200-meter that you can buy, period, under $100. I've seen these as cheap at Walmart as $40, if not cheaper. Sometimes they have closeouts on them. So I would definitely check them out. Go to eBay, whatever. You can check out a lot of different things to find these. But I'm telling you, I mean, I wouldn't do it as an investment purchase. I never really do watches as investment purposes or purchases, but I try to have it so that I get my money's worth. For $60, guys, this thing will last. It's a tank. It is a tank, and it's a quartz movement. I really just can't say enough about it. So, and that's what this show is about, is to show you an idea of, what affordable watches can do. A lot of people say, oh, the kids today can't tell time on an analog watch. Well, you know what? Get them one of these when they're a young person, and I'm sure that they will learn. I think I'm all about digital, don't get me wrong, but as far as the Casio Duro, like I said, I bought my son one. He wears it. It's one of his favorite timepieces now, and it's something to where uh, I want him to have something that's durable. I want him something he can use at work if he wants to, or having fun, whatever. And he doesn't have to worry about it. You know what? If it gets broken or if it gets um, if it, if it gets lost, it's replaceable. You know, it's something to where he can enjoy it. And I'm glad that that we can have that experience. You know, maybe looking at the same dial at the same time of day, something like that. You know how quirky that is, but you know that's the thing. That's the enjoyment that these watches bring to me. So get out, try. You know, if you're looking for a diver watch or something that's water resistant, really water resistant, not just water resistant, and then you get it wet and it's ruined. Try one of these Duros because I think you guys will be really, really happy with it. I think that there's a lot of things that from kayaking to hiking, even going, if when we go back to the office, even at work, you can use these without having to worry about it. It's a no-brainer. I don't consider it a beater watch because it's a little bit too finished to be a beater, but I've seen people that have worn them for 10 years and they're just beating the heck and they still work. So check out everything that Casio does anyway, but the Duro especially, the BLURO, the Blue Duro Marlin. It is awesome. Check out everything we're doing on Ted Davies Artistry as well, please. Check out the YouTube channel. See everything that we've got going. We've got interviews, we've got reviews, we've got a cigar show, and we even have a mixology show. Check it all out, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow on Drinking with the Davies, our mixology show, 6 p.m., we're going to be doing the Grasshopper, and you will see the vintage drink and what is entailed with it. Drink responsibly, of course. And if you're 21 or older, tune in, please. I would love to have you guys see what we do. Try to have a great day. Enjoy, life. Get out there and be on time. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.